Hello and welcome to Zen Innovations. This is my Tata Safari 2.2 liter die-core, the 4x4 version. And here is how the battery looks. Well, that's looking fine. You ask, what is the problem? Well, let me start with a story. So recently I had to replace the battery of my Safari, and as we know, the Safari supports a left pole battery. Why is that a problem? Well, let's first understand what is a left pole battery. So as we can see here, the positive side of this battery comes at our left hand. So the positive terminal is towards the left and towards the cabin, you can say, or the firewall, and this is how the battery is made. I'll be having a photograph up on the screen for you to compare what is the difference between a left pole and a right pole battery. So the left pole battery will have positive on the left side when the terminal is towards the cabin, as you can see, because you can flip it around and then it looks different. So when the terminal is towards the cabin, the positive will be on the left side for a left pole battery, and for a right pole battery it will be on the right side. So I had to change the battery, and my previous one was a Exide one, and it lasted me around 2 years. So the problem here is that being a left pole system, this severely limits the kind of variety that we can buy and the amperage that we get from the battery. So as we can see here, I had to install a 65 ampere battery in emergency for my Safari, because anything larger was not available in left pole. All the larger varieties were in right pole. So 65 ampere battery is definitely not enough for this huge big 140 bhp engine, and when cranking the voltage comes down to somewhere around 11 and a half volts, which is not very good in my books, and usually in my all other cars the batteries last somewhere around 4.5 to 5 years in all of my cars, be it anything, diesel, petrol, anything. And the Safari batteries were going bad in a cycle of around 2 years. So I thought, well, let's try some jugaad and let's see if we can put in a larger battery. So I have a 80 amp battery over here, and as you can see, it is a right pole battery. So today guys, stay with me. We are going to try if we can install this right pole battery into this say battery holder. The tray is actually large enough. You can see that the tray is pretty big, and there is space on the side of the battery where this thing can be installed. By the way, this little thing here, the wire is a very interesting system, and this allows me to plug my cars and my batteries into my solar system. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, and videos will be made on this topic. So pretty interesting thing over here, but currently this is empty, so it's not changing anything in this video. So that's that. Now let's install the big right pole battery, and then I'll be able to show you if it fits properly and how it looks. So let's go ahead with it. Let's undo the battery. I will not bore you with details. So the battery bracket comes out first, then the negative, and then the positive. Let's tie these terminals somewhere, and out comes the battery. Let's compare it with larger battery which we shall install soon. So you can already notice the difference in size and the configuration of the terminals. Those extra 15 amps can magically give us twice the battery life compared to an undersized battery. Now let's proceed to install the battery. Cables out of the way, neatly tucked in, and the question is, will it fit? Nope. Or will it? Let's move these positives further out and try again. Let's tie them somewhere here further out to the side so that we can install the battery properly. Let's make a second try. Alright, I am definitely not missing the gym today, and this time it is sitting on coolant pipes and the negative terminal, so out it comes again. Let's move them out of the way once again. Third time is the charm, they say, and I'll try slightly tilting the battery and in it goes. Oh, the red wire is under the battery. Let's get it out. And come on, dude. Let's get the wire out. And there we go. Phew. Finally we got it in. Man, that was a tight fit. Actually, this lip on the left hand fender side hinders the installation even more. Anyways, I am pretty happy, but that's half the battle. Let's see if terminals fit, and let's tighten them down. After tightening the terminals, we will install the battery holder and then we will be done. Let me show you how it looks. Notice any difference? The terminals had to be rotated so that now they sit sideways. The positive cable now exits towards the front of the vehicle, and the negative, well, we barely got it fixed. So that's that. All the connections are pretty secure, so now comes the exciting part. That is starting the vehicle up. Alright, let's go to the cabin. Alright, time for the truth. Here is my key and let's try starting this beast. We have some dash indicators, which is good. Engage the parking brake. Gear lever into neutral. Let's check that. That's done. I will also show you the voltages, by the way. And crank. And the beast roars to life. Anyone likes that rough sound which Safari crank makes? Hit a like and let me know in comment below. Man, we deserve some AC. Let's turn that on. So the alternator immediately picked up battery to 13.8 to 14 volts, which is just perfect. No issues there. In fact, this is the perfect battery size for Safari, which is 80 amps. So guys, if you like this video, hit a like and consider subscribing, and do share it with your friends. Have a nice day and make your own roads.